Hi everyone, my name is Siân Roberts and I'm the illustrator of Don't Disturb the Dragon, which is written by Rhiannon Findlay. In this video I'm going to show you how you can draw your own dragon, so let's get started with that. You'll need a pencil and a rubber, and feel free to pause the video as we go. So to start, what we're going to do is press very lightly with our pencil, and we're going to draw 3 guide shapes. So that's 3 circles that we'll use later to help us. One big circle in the middle, one smaller circle to the left, which will be the top of our dragon head, and a smaller one to the left of that, which will be our dragon nose. We're going to press a lot harder with our pencil, and we're going to follow the top of the 2 smaller circles to create the curved shape of our dragon's head, doing a straight line at the bottom. And then we're going to join that up with a big curved line, which is going to create the back of our dragon. Coming in a bit towards the left, we're going to draw a curved line down to the base, and then we're going to go to the left a bit more and do 3 little bounces, which will be his toes. Closer to his head, we're going to do the same again. So a little line down, 3 little bounces. So now we're going to rub out the guidelines that we did earlier so that we're just left with the hard pencil line. Okay, so continue the straight line to close that gap, and then instead of closing the second gap, what we're going to do is we're going to put the tail here. So draw a nice curved line and then a bit of an arrow point or a love heart that isn't joined up for the tail end, and then follow that same line you've done round to join it all together. In the middle of the back, we're going to do the wing coming down, so that's kind of 2 lines diagonally down, and then we're going to do 5 curved bounces back to the top, and then follow the same line down to create a bit more detail to our wing. And for the ears, what we're going to do is do 3 again little bounces for the ear on the right, and the same for the ear on the left. Our dragon also has some of shape to his cheek. For his horns, they're a bit like lightning bolts, so we're going to do some lines for those coming off his head, and then do the same for the other side, so a bit of a lightning bolt shape up, and some lines in the middle. Adding his tummy details now, so again it's a curved shape in between his legs and then some straight lines down, and then we're going to do the same at along the bottom of our tail. So for the spikes, we're going to add those all along the edge of our dragon's back. So they're little triangle shapes. So do those all across the back. And then when we get to about here, we're going to do a couple in the middle of our tail to show the curve round. So 2 little triangle shapes, and then continue it along the top of the tail. A few more to the top of our dragon's wing as well. For our dragon's face, we're going to have one eye shut, so it's kind of a long U shape, and then we're going to have one eye open, so that's a full circle, and then you colour in his little dots for his eye. Mine's going to look a bit grumpy, so he's going to have very thick diagonal eyebrow down and then one raised, and then we're going to add 2 little lines for his nostrils, and mine's going to have a little smile as well. One of the final details for our dragon is to add on his scales. So these are going to be little bouncy, kind of like a W shape or a U shape joined together. And I've been doing these in 3s. So 2 bounces at the top and 1 underneath. And add as many of these as you'd like all over your dragon. You could also add singular ones as well to fill in the gaps, just to show that he has scales on his body. Finally, you can add some shading under your dragon so he looks like he's properly sat on your bit of paper. You can add some scenery, you could add some grass, add some rocks, add some mountains, whatever you like to finish your dragon off.